Is black culture ghetto? A lot of people right now are believing that the black culture is dying.
It's a broken culture, it's a broken society, and hip hop is hurting things.
Kiana the Goat is so loud and so ghetto.
I don't know if I'm the first person on the internet, whatever, it's probably people are saying this, but this needs to be said. We have to separate black culture from hood culture. They are not the same thing. When somebody's sagging their pants and talking in an ignorant way, I don't say that that's black culture. That's hood culture.
I have a serious question. I was raised in a Mexican household. I'm black, Mexican, and Filipino. I don't understand why a lot of black people do this, and I want to understand. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing. Why do you guys categorize everybody? Why when one black girl or one black guy goes robbing somebody or beating somebody up, you guys do this? Oh, collectively we need this and that, when everybody in that whole community literally is against one another. And you can see it from the outside looking in. You have light skin versus dark skin. Women think they're better than certain classes of black women. To me, I don't think black women are ghetto and all that stuff. I think the media portrays them as that, and that's all they do is amplify that, because Jersey Shore, Mob Wives, they're all white women acting crazy, but they're praised for it. You ever notice that? I personally think it's silly to judge all black women and all black men. If one person robs something, that's on them. Why?
Black culture is destroying the black community. It's probably the stupidest shit that I ever heard of. Hey.
A few people have asked the question that why does black have to be considered with being uncouth or ghetto or negative? Are we saying that that is what black culture is? And the answer is absolutely not. We are not saying that is what black culture is. It's quite the opposite. We are being us, right? We are being who we naturally are. All of us. We're not monolithic. We're all being who we are. But then because we live in a system of white supremacy, that behavior that we do, or that fashion that we wear, or that action that we take on a obvious scale, on a public scale, is deemed as negative, uncouth, unprofessional, ghetto by our white supremacist system.
This lady, a black African lady, was talking about the black culture. Let's listen to her first, and then I continue with my reaction.
I want nothing to do with black culture today. I don't know how many times I can say that. There's nothing good about it. It's completely ghetto. It's not the black culture I grew up watching. It ain't the Winslows. It's not Family Matters. It's not the Jeffersons. It's not the Cosby Show. It is something that is entirely derogatory and disgusting. It's filthy. I want nothing to do with it.
Is black culture ghetto?
The answer to that question is yes. Black culture is very ghetto. Prime example of that is an event that occurred last weekend, which is the BET Music Awards. Starting with the red carpet, it seems as if the theme of the night was basically naked. We had woman after woman after woman walking around half dressed, you know, barely presentable, cameras flashing. This is black culture. Moving on to the award show itself, when you look at the artists' performances, same thing, a lot of sexualization, promotion of violence, regular black culture. Now, if you look at the BET Awards or just hip-hop culture in general, it is very easy for one to come to the conclusion that it is in fact ghetto. And if you didn't know anything about history, you would assume that it has always been this way. Now, that is obviously not the fact. I was scrolling on Facebook a couple of days ago and I came across this picture of what seemed to be a debutante show. Now, looking at this picture, you can see well-dressed black people, men and women, young men and women, beautifully adorned in these dresses and these suits, celebrating being classy, being proper, just all while being black. And this was in the 1940s, which was an era that was ripe with racism and, you know, Jim Crow era law. So it wasn't as if black people had the freedom to, you know, necessarily do these things in the same way that their white counterparts were able to, but they still went ahead and did it. After seeing this picture on Facebook, I went on this whole social media deep dive into finding videos of pictures of black people, black culture before the advent of, you know, current day hip hop culture. And I came across a plethora of examples of, again, black people just being better, more put together, more classy, well-dressed, seemingly intact, families intact, kids looking good. When you look at that and you look at what's going on today and you see the sharp contrast, you have to wonder what happened. How is it that a culture that was so rich, evolved into nothing but degeneracy?
Now, a lot of people does not want to associate with the black culture anymore. A lot of black people, more so in the United States, of African Americans, does not associate their self with the black culture because they believe the black culture has rotten. Because from the music, you can see even children or young people singing music with lyrics that you cannot listen with your parents, from how they wear their clothes, from how they roll. And now they are saying that the black culture is now ghetto. Let me see here. There's one of the people saying that my mother raised me outside of black culture and I thank her for it. Another one saying that I highly doubt that Malcolm X and Martin Luther King will be proud of today's black community. Okay, another thing saying that the promotion of alcohol, drugs, violence, luxury goods, sexual promiscuity are our major downfalls. Okay. I used to work as an insurance company. The most successful black person at the company was a young black lawyer. He grew up in an urban home in a white community. He was bright, articulate, and listened to classic rock and roll music. All the black in the company hated him because he was very different than them. They used to say he is Uncle Tom. Yeah, so just reaction of people saying that the black culture is dying. People hate me when I say black culture is what is holding us back. Wow. What do you think as a black American or Afro-Caribbean or as an African? What do you think about this topic? This reaction, a lot of people, out of 10, 9 people are saying that black culture is a rotten culture. It's not used like it was in the back days. A black person and a white person, they are saying that if a black person is being raised in a white household, he or she will have a good culture. But they tend to associate black with hooligan, the guns thing, everything bad. That black culture or black people cannot solve their issues amicably. They have to solve it with a fight and everything, and bad words, the F words and everything. Wow. For example, here in Africa, in Kenya, for me, I can say that the black culture is dying from my African side. I don't know the African American side or the Caribbean side. But for me, I can say that the black culture in Africa is dying. And here in Kenya, I see too how our youths are portraying themselves from the clothings and everything, how they wear their clothes, walking on the roads half naked and everything. When I came to learn about the LGBTQ community, the top list people from I was searching, they were black people. The story of P. Diddy and the story of, the pastor, all of them are black people. So if this is what the black culture is, then the black culture is rotten. Some people will say that they cannot show us on television the behaviors of the white people, rather than they only show the sides of the black people. I agree too. We from outside, we can see only the black people behaviors on television, that we cannot see the white people behaviors. They cannot show us that. But if I come to music too, if I listen to a black community music and I listen to the white community music, I come to say again, what are these? The lyrics are so weird. You can't listen it with your parent. A lot of F words and everything. I don't know. But for me, I can say that the black culture, we have to come back again strong. We have to stand up again strong. As a black nation, we need to stand strong and prevent our culture from dying. We need to stand strong and make them believe that we are there as a black nation and we still have the good culture and good morals. Wow. I was with a black American somewhere, a friend, we meet here in Nairobi, and he was speaking like, I couldn't understand, but a lot of, F words that I was like, oh, yo, this is crazy. Like, so just come on my comment section if you are Black American or African Caribbean, and if you are African, do you think black culture is ghetto? Do you think the black culture is dead or is dying? Because for now, nobody wants to associate himself or herself with the black culture. Tell him on the comment section what do you think about this topic. Until next time, I am the Kenyan Beast, of course. Let's roll the African way every day, every time.